I've truly have never been excited for seasonal content within the past 3 Call of Duty titles. That's just because when the new seasons release new content, the only thing I ever care about is getting new DLC weapons, the Mastery camo, and then everything else I don't really pay attention to. Even when it comes to story and new maps and new characters, I kind of sweep it under the rug and don't really care about it. The only ever seasons I've liked in COD history is back in Black Ops 4 during the Blackout era, and I don't even know if that was content related or if it was the fact that Fortnite was really fun to play back then as well, and you would do the Call of Duty Seasons Pass and the Fortnite Battle Pass. You'd complete both of those and feel like you completed the season. Ever since Modern Warfare 2019 has launched though, the season content just feels very cookie cutter and not very interesting, especially once you get a Mastery camo. You don't really care what weapon variants come in the shop anyway, because odds are you're not going to use them because you already have the Mastery camo and attachments unlocked. And the only odd weapon variants that people care about are in the COD shop bundles, which you have to pay real money for and you can't unlock any other way. And it's mainly because they have tracers or they're a Mastery bundle and the weapons are completely unique to something that you would see in the Battle Pass. So when it comes to people who grind the game, there's no real reason to get the Battle Pass in the first place. And that's what I'm assuming Season 3 is going to be like as well. But I'm excited for Season 3, but not for the content that we're going to be receiving when it comes to maps in Vanguard's multiplayer and the Seasons Pass. What I'm excited for is the theorized Godzilla event that has been teased at us for the past week or so. Now, there's a lot of people that are already pitchforks and torches in the air, upset that we could possibly see Godzilla in Call of Duty. Even though we don't have any official information on it, it just seems like people are trying to hate on anything Call of Duty does. And trust me, I get it. When Call of Duty screws up and there's something in the game that's not working properly, or they really break something, I understand being upset about that. But being upset over a seasonal event in a game where you probably don't even have to opt into it doesn't really make sense at all. I'm assuming if there is a Godzilla versus King Kong event or whatever they come up with, it's most likely going to be an LTM. So if you wanted to play standard Battle Royale, or if you wanted to play standard Rebirth Island, you could do that without having Godzilla stomping around the map and possibly squad wiping your team unconventionally. But for players who aren't boring and like new experiences, this sounds like a great event. I have no idea how they're going to implement this. I don't know if Godzilla's just going to be standing off the coast, or if he's going to be stomping around Caldera, or if there's going to be some sort of battle that takes place. I think it sounds pretty fun. Now, the only thing that wouldn't seem fun to me is if they make it like the World War II train that went through Verdansk, where it was just every player in the lobby versus this AI train that drove around. If it's something like that, I could see the event being extremely lackluster and not that fun. I'm hoping and giving them the benefit of the doubt that they would do something more interesting with this, but we'll have to wait and see. Another thing that I'm excited for is the new weapons we're going to get, of course, right? Like me getting Mastery camos, everyone knows that's going to happen. But there's been a few very interesting weapons that have been teased to us. I'll link the source to the teaser that Call of Duty posted in the description down below if you want to go check it out yourself. But there's probably 3 or 4 different weapons that look like Mastercraft bundles, and it seems really interesting to play with these new types of weapons. However, I'm mixed on my feelings towards this. Because they look like Mastercraft bundles, I wouldn't be surprised if you could only buy them with COD points because Activision. But could you imagine if they were in the Seasons Pass and we could unlock them for free? Or if you just purchase the Seasons Pass as well, you could unlock them within there, which for players who don't have a lot of disposable income would make the Seasons Pass actually worth unlocking and purchasing if there was some cool bundles in the shop. I've never actually thought about that before. For a player who doesn't buy the Seasons Pass, every time the Seasons Pass comes out, imagine the disappointment they must feel when they go see what the new Seasons Pass looks like. And once again, just like the previous 12 seasons, there's nothing interesting in there to even consider purchasing. So they just play with the standard stuff anyway. And I mean, I'm going to be honest as well. I rarely ever use anything Seasons Pass related. But hopefully Season 3 changes it up for once and makes it actually interesting. And once again, the only thing I'm really excited for is this Godzilla event, because I think back of really fun Warzone events that made the game interesting to play, and the first things that come out of the top of my head is the April Fool's game mode, which to this day is still the most fun I've had in this battle royale, even more so than Lockdown Warzone. I've also really enjoyed the events where zombies have been a thing. The year 1 zombies event was way better than the year 2 zombies event, but both were extremely fun to play. And other than that, we haven't really seen a lot of creativity thrown into Warzone when it comes to seasonal events like this. Something about Season 3 and this Godzilla rumor going around just gets me really excited. But at the same time, I don't want to get my hopes too high because we've been let down so many times when it has come to seasons in the past. I feel like this is just going to be a filler content season as well, where it's here, have your 2 Vanguard maps, your 3 new DLC Vanguard weapons, and then, oh look, Warzone event that's only going to last a week, and then you can never play it again. I really want some exciting new content that increases the longevity of Season 3, because let's be honest, Season 1 and Season 2 of Vanguard were pretty bad. Not only with the issues that Warzone and Vanguard carried throughout those 2 seasons, but for how boring those seasons were and how long they were because they had to delay Season 2. And even though they delayed Season 2, there wasn't that much there when it launched. So I'm hoping that Season 3 can somehow shock us and actually prove us wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes downhill. I'm excited for Season 3, but I don't think I'm excited for good content. I'm excited for this single event. On top of that, coming in Season 3, there's going to be a huge sniper nerf in Warzone and Rebirth Island when it comes to the Kar 98K and Swiss K. I don't know what they're doing stats-wise to nerf it, but it's going to upset so many Warzone tryhards who will run the meta SMG or meta AR with the Swiss or Kar, which at the same time, I don't understand because not everyone can pick up a sniper and be goated with it. It takes skill to use. And Jeff said it best in his video yesterday, nerfing snipers isn't going to solve the Warzone meta balance issue. I have no idea what their goal is with nerfing snipers, but I think it's dumb that there's a possibility in Season 3 headshots might not be one-shot kills. Especially with high caliber bullets, you should be rewarded for being a good enough player to track long shots to the head and be rewarded with a one-shot kill. And this is what I mean. Call of Duty will do something that makes their game seem extremely fun, but simultaneously do something to ruin it, which I don't understand why they do that. It's like they don't know their player base, or it could be the player base being so stubborn that every time Call of Duty does something, they get it thrown back in their face by the group of players who get mad at everything and will yell the loudest. But hey, at the end of the day, I'm excited for Season 3 and am totally ready to set my expectations too high and then get let down.